Hi there, I'm Mike, and what I have for you today is the archival comparison for Princess Leia Organa. I think I've got every Leia in the Black series right here in front of us, so I figured we could do a face comparison, starting with the direct comparison and then going, I guess, oldest to newest, I suppose. And we can all kind of decide for ourselves, does Hasbro do good Leia? So this actually right here was the original Leia that came out in 2016. She was in the red box. I think I have her box right. She was number 30 in the line. And as you can see, her face it's not good. And then later, they updated it to this face right here. You know, I used to think this was a different sculpt, but looking at it right here, it might not be a difference. It looks like a different sculpt, but it might be the paint. I don't know. Her cheeks here look a little, I don't know. Her face looks puffy here. Like this looks like a Swedish like nanny or whatever, and this looks like Princess Leia. Like she's got this like thick face with a wider jaw, and to me it looks like this is a thinner jaw and a thinner face, but I also got a little blemish right there. Oh, whatever. This came out on the 40th anniversary line back in 2017. It's like a big deal. They're like, oh, we did a new face, or there's a new face on it. So what I wanted to do is kind of, compare these two with this. This is the brand new archive Princess Leia. So I'll take it out of the box in just a bit. You can see she comes with her like classic blaster and then the Stormtrooper blaster there. The thing that I wanted to look at is which face is this, because if these are two faces, if they're two different faces, I want to know which one they're using. It looks to me like it's that one and not that one, which is not what they usually do with archive releases, but I'm not going to complain if it is. Looking at the back right here, we have the little bio for Princess Leia Organa and the Gregory Titus art. It says Princess Leia Organa was one of the Rebel Alliance's greatest leaders, fearless on the battlefield and dedicated to ending the tyranny of the Empire. And then since it was the 50th anniversary, Lucasfilm's got the whole timeline here. This was something from last year, even though I got it this year. The shipping kind of things going on right now, they caused a lot of delays, and instead of getting us these should have been, I believe, out in September, and obviously they didn't. That's how kind of far back the shipping backup is. These were originally scheduled to come out in September of 2021, and they didn't. And we'll get her out of her plastic prison. Here we have Leia out of the box. Now this should just be a straight update to the 2017 version, because the 2016 version was slightly different. So let's take a look. This is the Leia, the new one, compared to the original one. It is a lot shinier under my lights. Now I do have harsh lights, shining right down on us, so that's part of the problem here. But she looks more tan. Her eyes look better. She's got more life in her face, that's for sure. And it does look like the skinnier face to me. It's hard to tell because it could just be, the lack of paint in certain places that don't bring out some of those contoured lines, or the paint could be making it look contoured, but it looks to me like this is the newer face. So let's take a look here. I think that's it. So what do we think? Does this look like Carrie Fisher? It's weird. I think this looks more like Carrie Fisher than this, even though objectively the paint is better on this than on this. I actually don't really think this face was wrong at all, but there is a lot more, like I said, a lot more life to this. I don't know, it looks more like a person than this does. This looks more like a toy, if that makes sense, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it looks good. You can see the head's one piece instead of, we'll see later, there's multi-pieced heads, I guess, or the hair is a separate piece on there. But this is all sculpted in one piece here. But yeah, they're definitely the same right there. So let's take a look, starting with the original Princess Leia that came out in the line. This figure came out in 2013, I believe. And yeah, I think it's loads better. Oh, the paint here always looks so soft. I don't know, where it's a lot sharper on the newer ones, but man, this is not a good figure at all whatsoever. It was a peg warmer when it first came out, and it's worth a lot more now, obviously, that it's like out of print and stuff. But all right, moving on to the next release we had, which is getting an update in the, not the next one coming out, but the one after that. So this figure will be getting a face update, and I will be very much looking forward to it, because as you can see, it's definitely a different face than the other one. It's a bigger face. Let me show you right here. This, like the face is, it's not even the same scale. She's huge. This whole figure is huge compared to like this is, she's tall. Like look, she's like a head taller, and it's the same person. I don't know if maybe there's lifts in her shoes down here or whatever. This is a neat figure. It's a cool figure. It's a figure a lot of people don't have because it came out at a really weird spot. It was hard to find. It is kind of weird that she's wildly out of scale, I guess. But what am I doing? No, that's not what we're doing. But that's the next figure that came out. So there are only two Princess Leias right at the beginning, and they were both from Return of the Jedi. The next figure that came out, these came out at about the same time. I think this one technically came out first. This is the Bespin Escape. So this is Empire Strikes Back, Carrie Fisher. This one's A New Hope, Carrie Fisher. They both have the face printing. I think that this is a much better face than this. I think this is one of the most accurate Carrie Fisher likenesses that we have in the line right here. Yeah, this is a much better, but it's also a newer sculpt. And this piece back here is actually a separate piece, and I know that because it came off when I pulled this out of the package, and I had to actually glue it back on. So that's just kind of a fun fact right there. Moving on to the next one, I believe these have, oops, I just knocked everything over back there. I believe this has the same face sculpt as the other one, but they're both from Empire Strikes Back, and I think, ooh, this is such a better. But you also notice that it's not even though it has the face printing, it's not glossy. You see, like this, there's no gloss on it, whereas this looks like she has that healthy glow, that sheen that she's been working out. So it's very interesting. Hasbro, if you're watching this, not this please. Oop, I keep doing the wrong one. Next we have the Carrie Fisher. Well, yeah, it's Carrie Fisher. But next we have the Princess Leia from the Endor set. So we'll take her helmet off there, and you can kind of see. This one is okay. Yeah, it's really not bad. It's not a bad sculpt at all. This is actually an all new figure head to toe. I never reviewed it. I probably should. Even this, it's a little shiny, but it's not as bright. Like, she looks way too dark. Like this, she looks very tan here. Now that I'm looking at these side by side, I don't remember Carrie Fisher being this tan. She's very tan, which, you know, good for her. She's been out on that beach. And then this is more of a direct comparison, because this right here is one of the newest, well, not archive, but the newest new sculpt of Princess Leia here. This is the Yavin, and you know what? She doesn't have that gloss. I'm shining the lights over her. It doesn't look that bad, whereas it's awful on this one. So that's very interesting. I think this is a fantastic likeness for A New Hope. I think this, while not terrible, it's not great. I actually thought that these were heavy, like if it's like a heavy retool, but it's not. The legs, or at least the shoes, are different because these are actual boots. These are like heels. The chest is different. The arms might be the same, maybe, and the face is definitely different. So it's not. It's more unique than I thought. But the legs have been used before because they are the older style legs. Whenever you see these older style legs with the double joints, that does mean that they've been reused somewhere else. In fact, I wonder if these are Holdo shoes. Now I have to check. It feels weird. Like pulling girl dolls dresses up does make me feel a little weird. Well, No, it is different because this is sculpted, you know. It's not just a paint difference. So no, it's not the same actually. Definitely not Holdo, but the legs are reused from something. So, you know, not that it really matters, but it is because it's the older style. Anyways, let's put Holdo over there. Yeah, so I mean, those are the main differences. There's really not any differences anywhere else on the figure. The belt's the same, the shoes are the same, the robe is the same. She has the same hood that doesn't, I mean, it does go over, but it doesn't look great. You know, like you can do that if you want to. This just doesn't have a lot of weight to it, so it doesn't sit down. And then it's really hard to get it to lay flat back on her. There we go. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. That's terrible. It doesn't sound like Carrie Fisher at all. But that being said, this looks more in line with the new Luke Skywalker and Han Solo I just got. So it's going to go on my shelf with those guys in their A New Hope garb. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go get those guys and I'm going to bring them over here and we can take a look. Now, here we go. We got her with the classic A New Hope crew right here, all with updated face printing. If you didn't get the Han Solo and Luke and you want an updated one, they just released the Power of the Force 2 packs. They have the Power of the Force 2 cards, and that is how you can get updated Han and Luke. But honestly, at some point, I really do hope that they just update these. These are some of the oldest molds in the line. This one's from the second wave, and Luke is from, I mean, slightly newer, but not that much newer. It was like 2016 when he came out versus 2013 when he came out. And then again, late 2016 for her. So it's nice having them updated, but it would be nicer just to have new ones. A couple of things I want to talk about Carrie Fisher here. Well, not Carrie Fisher. I keep saying that. Princess Leia. I've done a fuller review on her. If you want to see me talk about, like, you know, the accessories, the articulation and stuff like that, I did that review a long time ago. So I've done a full review. This is really more of a comparison. Let's compare her to this old one and then, you know, and then this one. So that you could, you know, that's a fun little pair right there. We got 3 queens, a king and a joker? Jester? Jack? There we go, Jack. Would you put that? Would he be the king or would he be the king? Let me know. But yeah, I've done a full review on her if you want. I realized that I forgot to bring over the General Leia from the sequels. That has nothing to do with whether or not I like the sequels or not, but she's not from the original trilogy, which is what I was comparing, the original trilogy figures. I think if you have this one, I don't know, I really don't think the face is all that bad. In person, I will say in person, she still looks too tan, but it looks better from farther away. When you got the camera up and zoomed in and high definition, it brings out all the flaws. Whereas your plain eyes make it look a lot better. So there's that. But I do recommend her if you need a new Leia for your collection, or if you're looking to upgrade. I do think she's a worthy upgrade. She is definitely going to be the one that sits on my shelf next to these 2 bozos right here. But yeah, so that's it. That's my comparison. Let me know what you thought. Did you like the comparison? Did you like the figure? Do you have the original? Were you waiting for this one? I don't know. Let me know. I like to read and respond to as many comments as I can. I'd also love to take a moment and thank these people here for supporting me on Patreon at a Black Series level or higher. Thanks so much. It means a lot to me that you did that. And that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for getting this far. And I'll see you later. Bye.